Hello, I'm David Black with Keller Williams Realty Metro South. The big news in the Shelby County city of Alabaster is all about education. The city formed its own school system and brought in Dr. Wayne Vickers to run it. Vickers has more than 20 years experience in education, and this is not his first time to start a school system either. He did that in Mobile County, Alabama, when he helped Saraland start forming their schools. We thought you'd like to meet Dr. Vickers and hear his vision for what he believes the Alabaster school system can be. Vickers spoke to a group of real estate agents in Alabaster in late July.
Alabaster City Schools will be well funded. You know, our budget this school year will be probably close to $60 million for 6 schools and about 6,000 students. Now, you may not be in the school business, just like I'm not in the real estate business, but I'm a school guy, and that's a very, very nice budget. We're going to be able to do some things in Alabaster City Schools that have not been done. I have interacted with just about almost every employee in the district because I have 6 schools. They know who I am. They see me at Walmart, they come over and talk to me. That's the type of relationship you can have in a smaller school system. There's some things that we're going to do that are a little different. We're putting about $500,000 into some upgrades at the schools. And I want to tell you, long overdue. Long overdue. We're going to upgrade the facilities. We're going to upgrade our academics. I spoke to Creekview, great faculty, Creekview Elementary faculty, and spoke to them at their retreat the other day, and I talked with them about being a school system like Alabaster. We can unleash you to make those changes in your classroom and your school that will impact the children that you have. In a large school system, and I've worked in them, it's kind of cookie cutter. You know, you gotta do something for all 7 high schools that will work at all of them. We only have one wagon to pull through town, and that one wagon is our school system and our kids. And I'm going to tell you, we will not fail. What we can do here, our baseline data here is great. We have an opportunity, innovation, changing some things academically to meet the needs of our schools, individual schools. We have a chance to be one of the top districts in the state. And when I spoke at Rotary, when I first got to Mobile, I talked about this same thing. This community, unlike others that might be considered, was united. The city council, the mayor, the community, they understood the importance of focusing on our children. And my goal is to focus on our kids. I've been in this business 24 years, going on 24 years. Decisions at the local school are best made by those that are in the trenches and that know what's going on. You can't make it from my office if you've not been there. I've told everyone I'm going to be in the schools, but we've got a chance. Facilities, I'll tell you, if I have my way and we have a great first year, you're going to see plans for a new high school. Not because I want to build a monument, but because if you go through Thompson High School and you look at what that school was built for in 1985, 86, and what we have in there right now, we put our kids at a disadvantage. There's one hall there that I know is 1/4 mile long. I know it, I've walked it. 1/4 mile, and it's just an add-on and an add-on, and I'll tell you, it's not in bad shape, but it hasn't been upgraded. We want this city, this region, we want Alabaster to be, I want to come to a meeting like this, and I want someone to stand up and say, we got somebody that wants to be in the Alabaster City School Zone. We don't matter whether it's Meadowview or Creekview, and we want to be in that zone, and we want a house that's such and such, and that's the only one they're going to look at. That's what I want to hear.
Amen. Me too.
And that's the kind of thing, and it'll happen. And I will tell you, the leadership at the schools, I've met with them over and over again, they are ready to unleash that creativity at their school. They're ready to be involved in the community, and that is going to make the difference. We're going to completely transform what has been expected in this school zone into something that everyone will be proud of. And I've met the students, I've met the football team, the cheerleaders, I've met a lot of just really good kids that are up there volunteering, picking up schedules, and they want it. They want something special. They want a new school, or they want an investment in them. That's why we're doing it. We're going to invest our tax dollars into our children, and it's the best investment that can ever be made. And you're going to look back, hopefully within a year, and you're going to say, I can see exactly what he's talking about. We're going to be the very best school system. We're going to have to learn to walk this first year. So you know when you're learning to walk, you're going to fall a little bit. But don't be confused by a little bump in the road with what the end result's going to be. I believe it's time for Alabaster to get their fair share of what they're producing. And I'm going to do everything I can as superintendent to make it as successful as it can be. And you're going to see that new high school. I will predict in 3 years it will be there. And there won't be any other like it around here, I can tell you that. But we're going to do something. And someone said, well, you're just doing that because your son's a 7th grader. Well, you know, that doesn't have everything to do with it. But at least my kids are in the schools, and I do care about them. And sure, it will be finished, you know, in time for him to enjoy it. But that's not why I'm doing it. If I didn't have any kids, and you can talk to anyone that's ever worked with me, they're all my kids from about 7:30 till about 4 o'clock. Every one of them. They're all mine. Band, football, golf, tennis, the academic kid, they're all mine. And that's how I approach it. But mark my word, you'll have people that'll throw rocks, that'll be jealous. If you live in Alabaster, you'll be thrilled. Because people in Saraland's property value went up when everyone else in Mobile and Baldwin's went down. Now that says it all. And then to be in the top rankings, and Shelby County was, I think, 18th in that ranking. But Shelby County overall doesn't have the poverty that we had there either. So in Alabaster, we have a perfect storm. We have a perfect opportunity. First of all, the city council and the mayor are on board with making sure the city is viable and that the city is attractive, and they've done that. When you look at the parks and recs and you look at the things that have been done, if you're a citizen of Alabaster, you ought to be thrilled. The city has done a fabulous job. What we're going to do is follow up on that and make sure that the school system is a plus, and it will be. We're going to be the very best. We're going to make changes and adjustments that will impact this city and our kids for the next 20 years. And I promise you we're going to do it. And we're going to have the financial resources to do it. That's what people, you know, don't understand, is that all of this ad valorem tax that's been in this city, which is a booming city, is going to rest right back here for our kids. And that's exciting. And when someone, you know, called me, and I'm not going to give the name, said, well, where are you going to live? I said, where are you going to live, Dr. Vickers? You know, are you going to live in the city of Alabaster? Are you going to put your kids in Thompson? And I said, well, in my contract it says that I can live anywhere I want to. But I said, I'm going to live where I work. And I'm going to put my kids in the public schools that I'm in charge of. I said, if I don't, what does that say about me? And that person said, well, that's what someone told me you'd say. I said, you're right. But there were always going to be distractors and doubters. And they're going to throw out, oh, well, there's no way y'all can compete. Well, yes, we can, because I've met the kids. Yeah, we can compete with anyone. And we have a perfect opportunity to do it. We are going to make the Alabaster City School System the very best, and you can bank on it.